Many of us, at least at some point, have wondered about the amount of money we could save if we didn't have to pay taxes. Also, a vast majority of people try to stay as far away from debt as possible. But did you know that the richest people in the world took advantage of these two things to get richer and richer? Hey people, welcome back to our channel. Glad to see you in this video again, because we have something really valuable to share with you. In this video, we will be discussing how to take advantage of debt and taxes. Let's dive right in. Many people are terrified by the word debt. There are a number of television shows, books, and periodicals dedicated to helping people get out of debt. While debt can be viewed as a bad factor, it can also be beneficial when used correctly. The most common way to use debt to invest favorably is to employ leverage to raise your returns exponentially. Using borrowed funds to boost your return on investment is known as leverage. Leverage can help you achieve returns you never thought imaginable, but at the cost of a higher danger of losing your money. Robert Kiyosaki is well known as one of the most successful authors and businessmen. Former President Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, is an expert on debt and taxes. He understands how to leverage debt to grow enterprises and real estate. He also understands the true goal of the U.S. tax code, to provide incentives to entrepreneurs and investors. When Trump's federal tax return from 2005 revealed that he paid $38 million in taxes on a $150 million income, it sparked outrage. How can debt and taxes make some individuals wealthy while others are impoverished? The problem isn't the disparity between the rich and the poor in terms of earning potential, job options, or social advantages. It's due to a lack of financial education across the country. We do not teach children about money in school. Instead, we advise them to focus on getting good marks so that they can find work and earn money. We tell them to save money when they grow up and get a job. We advise them to invest in 401k plans to save for the future. It's no surprise that many individuals work hard their entire lives and cannot afford to retire without government assistance, such as Social Security. A cash flow divide results from our lack of financial education. On one, there are employees and small business owners, such as doctors and lawyers, as well as owners of startup businesses and neighborhood burger stalls. People on the other side of the split work for a living and pay between 40% and 60% of their earnings in taxes to the government. On the other hand, there are huge business entrepreneurs and investors who are the ultimate entrepreneurs. People like Ray Kroc and Oprah Winfrey, George Soros, and Donald Trump labor on this side to make money work for them. They often pay taxes ranging from 20% to 0% of their earnings. So when I have a rental property here, it puts money in my pocket. So if I live in a house, it's a liability, because even if I have no debt on it, I still have taxes, depreciation, repairs, and upkeep insurance, and all this. When I rent a property, I've done a good job buying it and structuring it. Every month it sends me money. So I started off when I was 25. I had a little one-bedroom condo, and it put $25 in my pocket. It was a start. So this was good debt, you say. The debt also went out and paid, but it also put $25 in my pocket. So I was making money for my little house. So today my wife and I own 6,500 of them. And every month 6,500 houses put money in my pocket. My people who live in them love paying all this because they have a place to live. But all of this comes from debt. The new money is debt. There is, however, good debt and bad debt. The wealthy strive for good debt, which is debt from investors. The impoverished amass bad debt in the form of consumer debt. Understanding the many sorts of debt is crucial if you're a small business owner. Make wise, well-informed judgments that will allow you to spend money to expand your business and profit. Stop considering debt to be a four-letter word. Employees and small business owners frequently claim that the wealthy do not pay their fair amount of taxes. They don't understand how the tax code keeps the country running. When you work with the government to generate jobs, provide homes, drill for oil, or supply food, things that the government can't accomplish on its own in a democracy and free market economy, You get tax breaks. Minimizing taxes is a major motivation for big business founders and professional investors.
What you get when you buy housing is you get what's called depreciation. And so what they allow is they allow 27 and a half years of depreciation on this apartment house. So as an example, let's say this apartment house was $30 million and 2.5 of it was land. So you have to take the land out because they don't allow you to depreciate land. But the 27.5 million that's left, they allow you to depreciate $1 million a year. And why is that important? It's important because this apartment house is producing $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 in cash flow, but you have $1 million of depreciation, so you report a loss. So that's how it works. So this, obviously, we're trying to buy properties at cash flow. So if the property produces, let's say, $700,000 a year, and you have $1 million of depreciation, you actually report legally a $300,000 loss as the partnership. So you've got $700,000 in your pocket, but you report a $300,000 loss. And the reason that they do that is because the government needs housing. They're not good at housing. You guys can just, we just can tell you, they've tried it before in all kinds of cities and all over the country, and they're just not good at it. Even other countries have tried it, and they're not good at it. So the housing, at the moment at least, is all done at the private level. So this is why we teach what we teach on the real estate side, because there's a massive need for real estate.
Learn how to use debt and reduce taxes, says Robert Kiyosaki, to become a wealthy entrepreneur. That's all there is to it. 1. Recognize that there is a danger involved. Risk exists in all markets. There is a risk of losing money whether you invest in real estate, energy, agriculture, or expanding your business. The more you know about your market and trends, and the more control you have over your investments, the better you can manage risk. You have more control over your finances if you have a financial education. 2. Conquer your fear of auditing. Fear of an audit typically prevents big business owners from taking advantage of every available tax break. Accept being audited as an opportunity to learn about and enhance your company's health. Consider an audit to be a yearly checkup, similar to a physical exam. If you've chosen your CPAs or accountant wisely, he or she will lead the charge if you're subjected to an audit. 3. Examine both sides. If you're an employee who wants to be your own boss or own a small business, you're probably focused on making money and staying out of debt. You might believe that the top 1% should carry a greater share of the tax burden. Consider the viewpoint of the opposing party. Consider how you'd feel if you were standing on the edge of a coin. You may see both sides from that vantage point and make informed conclusions. The measure of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to keep two contradictory thoughts in the mind at the same time and still have the ability to operate, says F. Scott Fitzgerald. To do so, set a goal for yourself. The average person utilizes credit inadvertently, talking as if they're advertising a get-rich-quick scheme, talking about points and systems, and how they're inadvertently wiser than the bankers and our finance people, thanks to a tip a friend gave them. The wealthy don't pay much in taxes because they're well organized, not because of personal lobbyists or largesse. There is no reason why you should not pay your taxes, regardless of the tax rate. The wealthy will simply plan around it, while the poor will become overwhelmed and give up, paying full price, every year. At the same time, debt and taxes benefit those who aren't paying attention, but not those who are. As a result, debt and taxes only serve to enrich the wealthy while impoverishing the poor. If you found this information helpful, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more, as it would mean much to us, and it also encourages us to produce more valuable content for you all. If you have a specific topic you'd like to learn, please leave us a comment below, and we'll work on it for you.